to talk about the challenge here?
Yeah.
Your questions are, sorry, I asked an or question. Are your questions about the Nadara challenge, or your questions about the ODE challenge?
No, it's about the Nadara challenge, but I also want to follow up about the OD challenge.
Yeah, I can ask about both because Yuri's here, yeah, and he's the one who's going to answer questions about the Nadara. Maybe just quickly about the ODE challenge. At the moment, nobody's really taking part in it, as far as we can see. We had a colleague of ours. We asked him to try to apply Open OA. I don't know whether you saw that. I think he put it in. Did he put it in the feed? I just have to try to find it. My computer's being very slow right now. Yeah. So in the maybe you can also just quickly tell you about it. So if you go to the feed of the ODE space, can you see my screen?
Yes.
So there's this post from Hannes, so this is actually someone in my team who we asked to use OpenOA, and we know from previous experience that OpenOA might not be so good. But his results were a bit confusing. I think he came to a conclusion that we're not really quite sure what's going on. And Philip, somebody commented saying that OpenOA is a bit difficult. It's very sensitive to the varying wind speed for the expected power or something. I don't know. So that's the only thing that we've had a conversation about in this challenge so far. Have you got anything? Have you actually tried to work on this ODE challenge, or do you have any questions or updates about that?
Just for checking, the OD challenge that you are mentioning is about the arms alignment with the Swiss turbine?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
actually, we run some algorithms that we have here, and basically we also run the OpenOA algorithms, and we didn't have much success, but we was running with the data with the first version of the data that is like 2 months of data over that version, because we use this data because it wasn't labeled in train and test set. We just want the full data set to make the full picture. Okay, so but we want I don't have the results here for sure, but we need, because we need to organize this, and so when we organize this, I can share with you, because one of the algorithms that we run is a proprietary algorithms. Actually, I enter here with my login with Engie Brazil, but I'm not a worker in Engie, okay? I'm just a researcher because we have a project in Engie. And in this project, we use this data set with the proprietary algorithm of Engie, and that I cannot share.
Yeah.
Currently, I cannot share the results, but maybe lately I can. I need to discuss this internally. But we also have run the OpenOA, and with the OpenOA, we didn't have great results as well. And we are checking if a different algorithm can have success, but I didn't finish it to run this other algorithm, because it's my PhD thesis is an algorithm, and I still running with my algorithm in this data set.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I mean, anything you can share. I mean, especially the OpenOA analysis would be interesting to compare to our OpenOA analysis. And if you have another algorithm, even if it's proprietary, maybe like just the results or something, like showing the results or comparing the results would be maybe possible, even if you don't show the details of the.
Yes, yes, I will check this out, and I will ask my colleague, the Eduardo. Eduardo have make more experiments with OpenOA, and I will ask him to elaborate maybe a little presentation or document and share with you.
Yeah. So the actual idea, I think nobody's submitted something yet. So the actual idea would be to create this for the results, not the code, but just the results, to create like this CSV file, and save it into this folder in Renku.
Yeah.
And so if you have different versions, like if you have one from OpenOA and one from a different one, you can always just you can put a different number here. So you can put whatever your participant ID is, you can put results 0, whatever, and then 1, 2, 3, or you can even write OpenOA or whatever or something. So I think if you do that, actually I can see now that Hannes, he had a result, but he didn't, I don't think he submitted result. Like I don't think he's actually submitted a CSV file. So maybe we can ask him to do that as well. And then we'll have like a quantitative comparison. And then the other thing you can do is submit the description. I'll do a post about submitting the description in a proper way, because it's not. I think what I said that you should do is that you should have a PDF. Yeah, just put a PDF presentation at this link here, so you don't have to create a new file. You can just describe it in a PDF and put the link in here.
Perfect.
Actually, I have a question about that. So does your algorithm?
We can see you now. Now I know what you look like. Hello.
Hello.
Does the algorithm? You said that you were running on the first version of dataset. Is it because your algorithm requires like chronological data that has like a big time window?
Yes, yes, because on at least on my perspective, when you evaluate the YAMS alignment, the static YAMS alignment, it's for me the concept is the median of for example a sliding window. So we can run this. We can compute the static YAMS alignment over the last 2 weeks and run this window over the data set. So for me, it's more reasonable to have the full scope, full data set, and then run an algorithm or run an analysis. And in the same way, this is a question that I have because for me, if you run, for example, the OpenOA will just result one number. That's a number that represents a full window of scope. So I don't have, at least I'm not sure if OpenOA can output YAMS alignment estimation for each timestamp, for example. So when I think about this, it starts to be strange. I don't know if that's the best word, but I did you understand what I am talking about?
It is a valid point, and the main. So that is also why the reason why in the Nadara challenge dataset we didn't strip it of chronological information, so you can always order things chronologically in the train. And the unlabeled dataset is chronological. We didn't make it into Windows, and that is majority of the data for the dataset. It's like 80% of the data in that dataset. The main reason why we went with the windowing approach is because we are looking into if we can do it with other methods other than OpenOA, and that specifically rely on high frequency data, right? And yes, it is true that, like, okay, so we try to take a window that is not just like instantaneous. Yes, it doesn't make sense, but that's not the point, because what we are trying to do is we are trying to assign a misalignment for our, let's say, observing session, which in this case, I think for the Aventa wind turbine, the Swiss one, I think it's 1 hour, and then it's half an hour for Nadara. Maybe we can do it 1 hour too. The main problem is that we wanted to use some kind of either transfer learning or few shot learning, or like the hybrid approaches that are not fully unsupervised, right? And for those, you do need some labels. But then the practical thing kicks in is that we just don't have, like, the data set that Nadara published is very representative, because it takes very long time to get those labels. And then you have let's say 5 teams on 2,000 wind turbines. How many wind turbines you gonna it takes 1 month for you to get a reliable label, right? And then you did 1 wind turbine out of 2,000. You're not gonna finish it by the lifetime of your wind farm checking all the wind turbines. So I agree that it is ideally we would make a window of a day to which we would assign a label. But again, the idea is, if you do have some kind of transfer learning approach, it should be able to detect it, rather like within a day. It should be able to detect it. I'm not sure if it will be able to detect it in half an hour. The spectral gap, I think, for wind is what, 2 hours.
Well, it's I mean, it's between 10 minutes and maybe a few hours.
Yeah. So the hope is that we are falling into a spectral gap when we are doing that window, so that window is somehow characteristic of overall thing. But yeah.
Does your method actually use neighboring wind turbines?
The name?
Neighboring.
Okay. Yes. My methods that I am working on my PhD use the neighbor, and my method also, I make a prediction for every timestamp. So if I am working, for example, in 10 minutes sample, I make a predict of the ideal yaw angle of that timestamp. So I have likely the dynamic yaw prediction, and when I want to compute the start key, I just compute the median of my output.
Yeah, we can get you maybe.
It's just the reason I'm asking is because I think one of the reasons that in this people in this space who used to come to the meetings regularly, and we had a previous yaw misalignment challenge where we didn't have any ground truth at all. There were multiple wind turbines, right? And then I tried to ask people, like, why are you not participating in this one? And then some of them, at least one, if not two, said their method uses neighboring wind turbines, and we don't have the data. Like, we do have a neighboring wind turbine, it's just we don't have the data immediately available. Like, it's available in a format which is a bit difficult to process, and so it just requires time. And then it's like, is it worth spending the effort to prepare this data or not?
Yeah.
But yeah, theoretically we could.
We could just dump the data and let the people. But
but what is, like?
I mean, it would have all the information.
Yeah, I mean, that would be a compromise, right? That we just, people who really want, but then it would be like, we tried to prepare the data in a format that's easier for the participants to use. If we just dump it, then at least it's there.
And that also gives us the point about Nadara challenge. Can we
then in the Nadara challenge we have the neighbor of the wind turbine, right?
Well, what what are the numbers there of wind turbine generators?
There's 4, isn't there?
Yeah, but they have like a number, right? I mean, it's a huge wind farm, so it is. There are more than 4 wind turbines.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
Let me see.
So can be like very distance that may have a very distance between the wind turbines and the it's not a neighbor.
Yeah, we don't know. Do we actually know even if they're neighbors or not?
I think I didn't I ask Catherine about it, like if we can get distances if people want to use the GNNs.
Don't read your emails in that much detail. Okay, so I remember you. No, I don't. I remember you writing something about GNNs. Yeah,
yeah,
you definitely wrote that.
Yeah.
Because we had this. Unfortunately, the guy left our team, but we had this work on graph neural networks for looking at neighboring effects, and then you need to know where positions are relative to each other.
Actually, I have a student with me that starts to work with GNNs, and in the following steps on our to-do list, we have the idea of trying to predict the arms alignment with GNN. So if we have the latitude and longitude of these turbines would be great.
No,
if don't,
that's definitely we cannot do. But what we can probably do is like give you like a map of like just the relative distances between them, so that you can make a graph. Not latitude and longitude, because they anonymized everything. They don't want to show.
So relative distances
we can
would be also okay, right?
I mean, yeah, I guess you could try to do like pattern matching and find where those would be. But I hope people would be okay.
The work we did before on graph neural networks, I don't think it wasn't specifically to.
No, it wasn't for you. It was for
it wasn't your misalignment. It was just wake interaction, right? But all I wanted to say, I mean, I think the training models and stuff for that is, I'm not actually sure if it's public or not, but we have it somewhere, and I think Florian used like Helmarsh and Penmanshire, which are the data sets that are supposed to be in this.
Yeah, those are good data sets.
Who the hell is this person?
Actually, I think that I already read this paper. Is a very good paper, and
it's just very strange when I see a paper written by someone in my group with someone's name on it that I don't even know who is. It should say, okay, this person's from Ben Energy GmbH Munich. It's like, I don't even know. Okay, sorry, it's not your problem. On this picture.
So we have turbine 12, 14. And 17. So there.
But I think we could get the relative positions. Can't see the one. Why wouldn't they give us relative positions? I mean, the only reason they wouldn't do it is because they have to use the coordinates to calculate the relative position, and they don't want to give us the coordinates. But they might give us the coordinates so we can work out the relative position.
Yes, and is it possible to ask the Nadara team to for at least process the open meteo data with meteorological data sets with that latitude longitude? Because if for example, one of my algorithms uses expand the data set with open meteo variables, and it requires the position of the turbine, the wind farm. So if they cannot release it, if it would be very nice if they could pre-process this for us. And
what is it, like Mera 2 or something? Or what? Where does it come from? Doesn't it matter? You know, there's these reanalysis data sets. So you want them to provide you with meteor station data, or it could be reanalysis data sets, but they have.
Yes, reanalysis data set like error 5 and so on.
I mean, we can ask them. What I think you should do, if you don't mind, is that if you write these questions as a comment in I mean, it's actually, we're trying to encourage people to use the platform, so it would actually be a really good opportunity. And I saw that Katerina answered, or at least liked something, so she's definitely looking. And what you can do is, if you can write in the feed, just write in the feed those questions.
Okay, I will do this.
I would recommend separate questions in a separate post so that the questions can then be answered in the feed. And you can click notify, right? So once you write it, you can choose, and then you can click notify, and then Katerina will definitely see it, and I'm sure they'll answer. That's the best way to do it. But I personally think that both of those things could probably be done. But see what she says.
And relative distances, sure.
Yeah. And you can also say, once you post, we'll also write, Katerina, we can help prepare that or whatever, if she wants some help preparing it or wants to know how to say it.
Perfect. I will do this. Perfect.
But going back to the ODE challenge, shall we prepare the neighboring data set? Should we just put a dump of it in there so that people who want to use it can use it?
Yeah.
I think putting a dump is like, putting a dump is like, we may as well just do it because we have the data. We wanted to prepare it nicely, but we haven't got around to it.
Yeah.
And if we don't manage to do that, why not just put the dump on anyway? Because at least it's there if people really want to use it.
Yeah.
So let's say we'll put that as another thing on the list.
For me.
Well, it's just that the challenge deadline is at the end of May.
Yeah.
So if we want to do it, we have to do it. We could also ask Hannes to do it if you want. You have to tell me. He's actually supposed to be finishing something yesterday for me, which he hasn't done yet. But yeah, sure. Eugenio, if you could, when you can, actually submit your results and a description, and then we can do some sort of comparison to our results at least, and maybe someone else will be motivated once. Like, the more stuff gets put on and the more conversations we have about it, the more likely other people are to get involved.
Yes.
So maybe I could even, for example, in this forum, in the feed, I'll also ask Philip if he wants to take part, because he made a comment about it, but he hasn't actually submitted anything, so maybe he will. Yeah. Ask Philip. All right. Anything else you wanted to ask? All right.
Sorry.
Anything else you wanted to ask?
No, that's it. Thank you very much, Sarah and Yuri. I don't.
Yes, Yuri.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, I was going to ask you something. You signed up for the I think, was it you who signed up for the WeDoWind and task? Yeah, there's a hole in the floor there. It happened to me before. You signed up for the AGM, did you?
AGM
The annual
what? Annual.
The meeting.
I don't.
Maybe you don't know what I'm talking about. So maybe we have an event happening.
The International Symposium. Yes, I am going to meet you
You are.
presentially.
Yeah, so you wrote you were coming in person, and I was like, are you in Brazil? Is it because you're going to be in Europe or something?
Yes, I will travel to Turkey, and then I have also the Wind Europe Technological Workshop in Rotterdam, and then I have some work to do on German, and then it was like perfect, the date that the symposium.
Okay.
Awesome.
Make sure to bring your swimming stuff, because we have a lake swimming. The most important thing is seriously, the lake swimming activity is the most important thing. So make sure to
Actually, I am very excited to to the lake swimming.
Probably the weather's going to be really bad. Like last time we had it 2 years ago, the same event, and we had the weather was really nice, and now everybody thinks we work on this nice campus. We almost live. We work on this campus next to the lake, and it's always beautiful.
Yeah, and then it's like today when it's
it's like raining and cold. So hopefully, at the end of June, it'll be nice weather. Yeah, that's cool.
Wonderful.
Looking forward to meeting you there. Then we'll also see you at Talk. We'll also be there.
I'll also be at Talk. Yep.
Nice. We will meet over there too. Perfect.
Cool. All right. So we'll do what we said.
And just one another question, because I was wondering if it is normal, or at least it's not like too, not painful, maybe is the word, but it's okay. For example, if I want to be when I go to the symposium, to be uh, instead of locate a room in the city of the event that I forgot the name. Instead to do
Yeah.
this, I get a room in I forgot the other city name. Not Zurich, is yes. I don't know if the pronunciation is correct, but it's
Yeah, so Zurich
easy.
is the main city, and Rapperswil is.
Yes.
Yeah, you can stay in Zurich. It's fine. Yeah, it's half an hour.
Ah, okay, perfect. Perfect.
Yeah,
Just to check.
some
But
people.
thank you very much.
Yeah. If you have any more questions about those sort of things, just send me a message. It's fine. I'm happy to help. I love it when people come in person to visit us, so I'd like to support that behavior. It's much better than doing things online.
Yes. It was like a star aligned to with the dates, and I'm happy to be with you over there.
Cool. All right, then. Talk to you soon.
Thank you very much.
Later. Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye.